Hello, this is Understanding Elon Musk. Today I saw yesterday I saw a video about Peter Zeihan, and this is a geographic, no, economist, economist, strategic. So he looks at the demographics. So that means the people living at the specific regions in the world, the material, the oil, the money, the age of the people, and he had a very interesting story about oil demographics, the age demographics. So we all know that Japan is becoming older, and they need younger people, but there are no younger people. So Japan is trying to replace them with robots or automatization. Europe has another way to attack this, and that is they import people from the south, so that's African or people from the Mediterranean, and they push them over the border in Europe to help them with the older days. And if that is a good idea, we don't know yet. America does the same thing, but they have Mexico, so they import more Mexicos, or they give the work to Mexico. So all countries have their problems with attracting young people. The only one that has not really a big trouble, that is America. They have still enough children, so there's still enough growing potential there. China is a little bit lying about the amount of young people they have with the one-child policy they had. So they have a big problem also. And he is telling that China will collapse because of this demographics of older people and not enough young people. And also it is ruled by one person at the moment, and he cannot rule the country by itself. That we saw in the old Roman emperor. He thought he could also do everything, and it collapsed also. Europe has the problem with Russia. Russia has a lot of oil and gas, and if they don't maintain the wells and the place where they mine it, it will go it will go down the mountain, and it will mean that they will not cannot produce as much as previous. So there is a big chance that even if the war stops, that they cannot give the gas and oil they used to deliver to Europe. That will be gone. So that will mean that Europe has to switch to alternative methods of electricity. Maybe people don't know it, but if you look at the solar panels in Germany, they almost have 60% of between 40 and 60% amount of solar panels to generate all the electricity they'll need. But in reality, it's only 5% they generate with solar panels. Why is this? Because there is no sun. So you can have alternative ways of making energy, but you have to have the right alternative energy generating technology at the correct place. So you can place a windmill on a farmer's place, farmer's land, because there is space, but if there is no wind, it will not produce anything. And that's also one of the problems in the Netherlands, for example, is they build windmills on places where it doesn't give any wind, and they of course give the money to the farmers and subsidizing, but in reality it is not generating the amount of electricity you expect from a windmill. And this is also the same with solar. They give subsidies to solar, they build out the amount that they think, okay, now we have 50 or 25% of our energy we can generate with solar, and in reality it is only a few percent. Why? Because there is not enough sun. The countries that have the abilities to generate enough alternative energy, for example in the northern parts of Africa, so in Africa, there they don't have the money to build the solar farms. So it would be better to build the solar farms out there and transport the electricity of energy to Europe than build them in Germany. So Germany can better invest in Africa countries to build their solar installations than they build it in the places where they live. So this is of course very difficult to sell to this green movement. Also the ore they need for this alternative energy is mainly in Russia and also in Ukraine. There are some places where there is this rare metal that is needed for all the kinds of processes to make chips and make this alternative energy equipment. And that is also now where there's a fighting about. Of course, this is the Ukraine war, and so there are a lot of issues there. So, but what is the big problem here in Europe is Europe also have the debt. They have the big problem that they are now using more. I think they're burning more wood and coal than before they started with the green initiative. So it's not going the correct way. Of course, electric cars will be sold. They will be, of course, very attractive, and there is still the promise that they want to only sell electric cars in 2005, in 2035, and in 2030, of course. But we will see that is not possible, especially in the circumstances that Europe is now having with Russia. They will not be possible. It will not be possible to switch to electric cars only. And also they will have a problem with the crude and all the fuel they need. So Europe will be in a very difficult situation. America has the better solution. They have their own fuel now. They are independent. They have the areas where they can build the solar farms in the sun, because they have also deserts. They have the places where they have the wind, because they have Tornado Alley. So they have all the places in their country, inside of their country, to generate this alternative energy. And of course they also have the fossil fuel there. So they are energy independent. They have a high level of technology. So you will see also that German factories that will be starved of energy will move to America or to places where there is enough energy and economically is better. China will also have some problems. I looked at the lithium. Lithium comes mainly out of Chile. So you see that they have to also import most of the ore they need for the production from outside of their country. Also you see the technology they make is the lower level technology, or the technology in the middle that is not really useful. So America still makes the high-end products for chips, and the low-ends also they make. So they can just to add some of the productions and some of the fabs they need, and they will be self-sustaining in also microchips and other technologies. Of course, this is will cost a lot of money, and it will be a little bit more expensive, maybe twice the price, but they can do it, and they can do it fast if it needs. So this is also an attractive something for making more factories in America, creating more jobs, and it will be also a stimulant for the economy in America. So this starts to sound a very pro-America talk, but also if you look at the friends of America, this Peter Saihan said that is Japan, probably if they are on the right side, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, they will be the friends of America, and I'm luckily here in Japan, so I think you will see that there is also more interest in those countries from America. So I hope Tesla will build a factory in Australia and in Japan for the cars and for the technology, because they will be safe. They will be also in the group of the Americans, and you will see also Australia is a big contributor for all kinds of ores. So maybe Tesla has to think about building refineries there for the ore, and then ship it, build it there, and then maybe for Asia, and then maybe ship it to America or build in America. I think it's better to make it local and build locally more mines and places where they can get the ore they need for the production of the batteries and for the cars. So that is the talk about. I want to talk about the geo situation at the moment in the world. It is very concerning at the moment with Europe and Russia and also China. And I think I will talk more about this, especially about the situation in Ukraine, but also the situation in China with this zero COVID that is looking to work out wrongly for the government there, or the CCP. So yeah, that's it for this moment, and let's talk later about other problems in the world. See you.